Hey guys, this is Dustin coming at you with my top 5 complimented date night fragrances that I wear all year round. These are going to be at price points ranging from $30 range to the $100 range, or even a little more. So there's a little bit of something in here for everybody. And there's a couple in here that would probably surprise you that I actually get compliments from. Now, to start this one out, in no particular order, is from the house of YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, from their low line, L'Intense. Now, this is Eau de Parfum. Now, this, it comes off very sweet, and I get a little bit of like a bergamot citron type of vibe, but it's subtle because there's a underlying sweetness, and it has the note of Devana, which is a yellow floral, and it almost gives it I almost get like a grapey vibe from it, like a Concord grape, but there's a floral in there, and an orange blossom violet, you get that in there too. But as it dries down, this nice suede leather and cedar wood come through and makes this a really nice scent. And it projects pretty good. I get 7 hours longevity out of it without it being sickeningly sweet or anything like that. It's unique in its own right, sort of. And if you like that L'Homme DNA but hate the longevity that you get from them because of all the reformulations, this is a great choice. And that is L'Homme L'Intense by Yves Saint Laurent. Now, my next one is, what more can you say? It is a compliment magnet for date night, and the fragrance I'm talking about is Prada Black from their Luna Rosa line. Now, this one has that Prada DNA. You're gonna get that lavender, you're gonna get a type of powdery vibe. This one I get a little bit of pepper, and it's kind of on the darker side, but it's powdery and peppery, and I get 7 hours out of it. Now, for projection, you will smell it the first hour, but this one likes to sit relatively close to the skin. It's not a heavy projector. It's right around the mild, leaning more towards moderate, but that's what I kind of would like in a date night fragrance. You don't necessarily need something that projects heavy, but you want something that gets good longevity for those times where maybe you want to sit on the couch and watch a movie, or go see a movie at the theater or something and have a good dinner without having that wanting to be noticed type of scent. Now, you can get testers for right around, I believe, the $70 range. I could be wrong, but I got this one on a trade, and it's one of my girlfriend's favorites. So that is Prada Black. Now, the next one is from the house of Giorgio Armani, and they put out a lot of fantastic fragrances. Aqua de Joe's, and you also have in the Code line, Code EDT is not what it used to be. Like 10 years ago, Armani Code EDT was an absolute monster. And they have the Eau de Parfum, you have Code Absolute, which is a beautiful suede leather and lavender vanilla type of scent. But the one I'm choosing is Armani Code Eau de Parfum. Now, this one, you get a lot of the Code DNA, but you don't get a lot of the sharpness like you used to get from the EDT, which I'm assuming is from the real zesty bergamot and the lavender coming through. So you don't get that real sharpness in the opening like you get from the EDT. This one, you get the lavender, and the lavender's highlighted, but also you get a good suede leather in here as well. And you get the tonka bean and vanilla, so it gives it a powdery creaminess that makes it nice without all of the sharpness that you would get from the EDT. I get 8 hours out of this. The projection is slightly above average for the first couple hours, and then you will catch whiffs, subtle whiffs of it throughout the duration of the life of the fragrance, and then it likes to sit closer to the skin. So it does act like a true eau de parfum. It's not a projection monster, but you will get 8 hours out of this. And it's not an overwhelming fragrance. You can pull this off, just dial your sprays back in the summertime and in like a cool air conditioned area or on a cool summer night. Highly recommend this. My next fragrance, now these are the two that I actually, believe it or not, get good compliments from them. This one is from a house that gets crapped on quite a bit because of longevity, but the quality of their fragrances smell very natural. They don't smell overly synthetic or anything for the price. And this is an older one. Now, the fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of John Varvatos, and this is John Varvatos, the Eau de Toilette. Now, this one, I like it. I get 6 hours out of it, and it projects fairly well. You're gonna have a decent little scent bubble around you. It's not gonna reach out and pull somebody unless you like kind of walk past somebody in that first hour and a half or so. But this one has notes of date, tamarind, coriander, sage, amber, black leather, balsam. So you're gonna get those dark fruity notes coming out in the opening with a good suede leather in the background and a little bit of spice, and it's not overly spicy. And like I said, I get 6 hours out of this guy here, and it's not cloying, it's not too much, but it's fresh enough to where you can wear it in the summertime and it not be cloying. Now, I like this one just for the quality, and if you're going out to a dinner with your girlfriend or something, maybe going out for a couple hours, slap some of this on. I mean, it's not gonna be, you don't necessarily need something that's gonna be 10-hour absolute beast mode of a fragrance to go on a date night with your significant other. Now, this one I highly recommend. There are others in this line. Dark Rebel Rider. The Vintage is a really nice one with a little bit of cinnamon nutmeg kind of vibe. But I love this one. I'm always gonna have a bottle of this because I just like that DNA. So that is John Varvatos Eau de Toilette. And you can get these probably in the $50 or less range on discounters. Now this is the one that is probably going to surprise you guys. And if you like Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme or the L'Homme line, but you don't like the longevity of only getting a couple hours out of it, I'll admit, it's not like it used to be. But if you're willing to put maybe $25 to $30 down for a bottle of something that's going to give you that same type of vibe as those, but at a fraction of the price, this is going to surprise you guys. But it's by the house of Ted Lapidus, and it is Poker Face. Yeah, the sticker's all gone, but with Poker Face, you get that bergamot, you get that lavender and violet up top, and you get cardamom, iris, black pepper in the mid, and you get your patchouli and tonka and cedar in the base. And you can spray this heavy, and I get right in that 6 to 7.5 hour range. And you get that violet and you get that cardamom. And the tonka, it is so nice for the price. And you could spray this heavy. I do 12 sprays of this and I get 6.5 hours, no problem. And it projects about average, but when it sits, you're gonna have a good scent bubble around you. So it's not gonna become a skin scent until right around that 6-hour mark, at least on my skin. And I highly recommend it if you want that YSL L'Homme or Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de L'Homme type of vibe, but don't like the performance you get, I definitely recommend this. This is going to be kind of around 85%, kind of similar to them, but in that under $30 price range. And I don't see this one getting a lot of love on YouTube or the fragrance community. And I got turned on to it by Aussie Fragrances, and the hype is worth it. So those have been my 5 date night fragrances that I get the most compliments on from my collection. So like, comment, share, subscribe, give this video some love. Love you guys. See you in the next one.